Boom, what up? Solo 3-bit only here with a short video just talking about a little bit about some of Riot's recent decisions and just kind of giving my opinions on everything that's been going on in the game. I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. I'm pretty sure this is like my third take now because like last two times I ranted for like 20 minutes and that's like I don't know. I just don't want to make a 20-minute video about this because like if I want to yap I can maybe yap on stream or something, but it's I need to convey my information a little better. Anywho, regardless, this will be probably the shortest version. This will probably be like hopefully 10 minutes is what I'm aiming for. Just gonna go over real quick my opinions and just like kind of things I've been thinking about like recent state of the game because there's been a lot that's been going on. Yeah, let's get started I guess. So firstly, the game is being stale. I think really the game it just is. I don't even think it's a question anymore. I think for like most people who do not play like 2 games a week, if you play like a game a day or something, I think the game does feel more stale than it has historically at the very least. I think that's just a fact. The game is just less. There's just less in the game. They've simplified a lot of stuff. They've made the game a lot easier. Laning phase matters a lot less now. The game is basically just who can fight at objectives better, and especially for jungle, because of that, a lot of cumulative things. But basically, in jungle right now, the meta is everybody full clears. Ganking is very bad, as in like you cannot gank if you want to skip camps to gank. It is terrible. You can like, you know what I mean. So like you can't like do like red buff, red Raptors blue, or red Raptors Gromp into into a top gank or something like that. Like if they know you did red Raptors Gromp, then they're gonna just and they're clearing like top down, you're clearing bot up. They will just invade your Krugs and you will lose. Like you'll lose XP and then now you're down effectively a camp or like 2 camps realistically because they got a camp and you lost a camp, right? So now you're down 2 camps of XP pretty much, and it's just really bad. And I think the problem with that is not that you're getting invaded, because invading in general right now is kind of hard to do, like fight face-to-face fighting jungler invading. You need lane prios to do it well. And like I mean you need them. So I don't think invading is like in a super strong spot right now, but I think that like ganking, as far as ganking is concerned, like you're kind of forced to gank on like there's like 2 timers you can really gank on. You either gank after a quadrant or you gank after you sorry, you either gank after your first quadrant or you gank after your second quadrant generally. Like yes, you can skip camps, but it's a lot harder and it's a lot less consistent to do that. And again, you can get punished really bad because your tempo is kind of cooked. If you do that and the gank fails, your tempo's cooked and you like lose the game. Like not really, but like you go down a lot of XP. It's very hard to play. And I think because of that, and obviously some other stuff like objectives are more. There's more objectives right now. It's very like point is it's very very objective meta, objective centric meta. Every jungler is full clearing. It's very boring. I'm gonna be honest. They all play the exact same. Like let's like Nocturne, Jarvan, and Mumu are literally a tank, a bruiser, and another bruiser that kind of plays more assassiny. All 3 of them are effectively bruisers, to be honest. Like Amumu builds Leandries into a tank item. He's basically like a pseudo bruiser. And like Nocturne, even though he's technically damage, he usually just builds like a bruiser. And Jarvan is a bruiser, right? All 3 of them play the exact same. I'm gonna be honest. Like the macro game that you use on them is the exact same, except like Jarvan can like dive a little bit better and gank a little bit better at like level 3 than Amumu or Nocturne. Nocturne has better pressure at 6, and Amumu has like much better team fighting. I'd say not much better, but he has better team fighting in general than those 2, right? And I would just say it's like, with that said, those differences are so minor, Like, there's such a ridiculously small difference. And all 3 of them, effectively, most games, you're never going to notice it. Most times, your bot lane isn't going to have a perfect slow push into a crash and where you dive level 3. Especially with the new minion changes where they're not new, it's actually a while ago, but the new changes, relatively new changes where there's cannon minions on the 4th wave now, you can't 3-wave crash as easily. So, like, diving is much harder now. And like you're never gonna notice that difference on Jarvan, that he has like a better level 3 dive than the other 2 champs. And obviously this applies to more champs than just these 3. This is just the 3 I chose for this example. But I think in general, like it's just like it's NBAification. All champions, they all do the exact same thing. Especially with items, they really got NBAified, which if you don't know is just like in the NBA, historically, there have been a much bigger range of heights in people. You had people that were like 5'9" playing point guard and people that were like 7'1" playing center. And now everyone is 6'6", except for a few people who are like 6'7", 6'7". Aside for like everyone is in the 6'3" to 6'8" range for the most part. And there's a few outliers who are a little shorter than that, but most of the time it's just like a center, a 7-foot center here and there, right? But for the most part, nowadays most players are 6'6" pretty much. Like the median player is 6'6" in the NBA. Whereas like, so even though the average height in the NBA hasn't changed, like most players are very, very similar stat profile wise, because the game has kind of evolved to where you want to have everyone doing similar thing. And I think League kind of is getting to that point too now. Like, let's be real, tanks deal damage, bruisers deal damage, ADCs deal damage, assassins do damage. Every champion does freaking damage. They do slightly different types of damage, all of them. Like bruisers are backloaded, assassins are front loaded, but they are not nearly as different as they used to be. I feel like Darius can kill you before getting 5 stacks. If you're an ADC, he EW auto Qs you and stride procs. You're 4 stacks. You're at like, or not even 4. You're like 3 stacks off that, right? You're like half HP. He's not like, by the time he gets 5 stacks on you, you're already 1 tap anyways, you know? And it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, it doesn't feel like champion like an ADC is that does that much more damage. Like, their real advantage is that they're ranged. But like, there are champions that can have very, very strong, like Rumble. Rumble's kind of disgusting, but you know, still, Rumble is like, Rumble or Caitlyn is going to do more damage in a team fight. It's going to be Rumble. Let's be real. It's going to be the Rumble. Rumble's going to click R. He's going to freaking flamethrower Zhonya's, and he's going to freaking nuke your entire front line with % max HP damage, which is kind of ridiculous amount as well. Like, freaking disgusting. And he's also going to freaking click E once, and then your MR is going to get shredded to like 30% or whatever. It's insane. And, you know. Anywho, the point is, every champion does damage. Every champion is somewhat tanky, but to be honest, the game is just slower. Like, everyone does damage, but they do less of it now. Like, ADCs do less damage, but so does everyone else. So it's like, damage has just been round the table nerfed, but like, not as much, I feel like, for some classes. You know, like, tank damage is still pretty high. Like, you could still have an Ornn 100 to 0 in ADC, even though in ADC, in theory, like, a tank should probably not be killing anyone on their own, let's be real. Like, they should not be able to, like, conveniently solo kill someone who's at full HP, and definitely not in any short span of time. But they could, like, Ornn could probably just kill a freaking Caitlyn, you know? If the Caitlyn misplays, wastes her EW, like, yeah. Like, unless gap closing is the issue, they're not damage, which is weird to me. But anyhow, regardless, the point is, like, a lot of junglers especially, they feel the same. You're kind of all playing around the same timers. Everyone's just farming for objectives. It's just like, why, you know? Like, it's just not fun. It's like, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to full clear 3 camps, and we're going to fight at Dragon, or we're going to trade Dragon for Grubs, and we're going to play like that. And we're just going to do that for 20 minutes until Atakan or Baron comes up, and then we're going to have a 5v5, and then we're going to see whoever wins that is going to win the Atakan or win the Baron, and then they're probably going to win the game. And it's just like, it's just not, I don't know, it just feels like the same shit every game. Like, you just full clear, objective, full clear, objective, full clear, play for thing. And like, obviously you can do more on some champs, but a lot of champions just kind of play the exact same. And even the champions that do, you just have less to do with. Like, there's just less you can do. Because like, the risk of failing, and even if you do succeed, if you trade a 300 gold top lane for 200 gold in camps, or for like 2 camps bot lane on your bot side, you have just lost. If the enemy jungler plays it correctly, you've just lost effectively like probably 160 gold in camps. It's like 320 to 350, somewhere in that range, counting the gold that you lost, like opportunity cost, right? And you've lost 2 camps of XP. So like, not only are you now only like, your top laner is ahead a tiny bit, but you are now behind in camp XP, because XP is so impactful. And it's just like, it's not worth it to skip a camp for a gank a lot of the time, you know? Especially if you do miss up a gank, it's like, no, you're down tempo, you're losing a camp eventually, and you're gonna lose that XP, and then it's like, you kind of lose fights, and it kind of just all snowballs off missing a camp. So every jungler basically kind of just plays to full clear, and only want to do actually actively look for plays when you're in downtime, or sometimes like after you've cleared a quadrant and you're in strong side. But anyhow, I'm yapping a little too much about this. I want to move on right now, so let's go to the next thing. This is actually something I'm very happy about. I think Riot's doing really well with. They're adding more off-meta champions. Sylas Jungle probably being my favorite one of the most recent ones. I know there's some people who play Nautilus Jungle and who play are looking forward to play Neela and Vayne and other champions in the jungle. And honestly, more power to you, man. If you enjoy those, I think it's fun. I'm really glad Riot's doing this. It'll hopefully make up for all the items, which, by the way, epic items. There's a great video, like, rant by Nemesis, not rant, you know, like, just Nemesis kind of talking about it, why epic items feel bad. But to be honest, they really do. Like, at least as a jungler, other than like Dirk, which is again just stats, and Faded Ashes, they all feel the same. Like, not even the same. They're all just stats. There's nothing fun or interesting. You're just getting stats. And I think hopefully they'll do something about that, honestly. But whatever the case, again, I guess even more hope. But hopefully, even if those items don't get changed around, Riot will continue to add more champions and off meta roles. Like I know they added what else? Kane top and AP Aurelia, and hopefully this stuff will, even though the items might be a little bit boring, hopefully that'll add some spice to the game because it's just kind of like very stale. And at least for me, I think it has worked. Not perfectly, but to a degree. I think I probably played like 50 games total now of Silas Jungle. I've played a lot of it probably. It's really fun. I really like Silas Jungle. I think it's great and it's fun, even without crit. And crit, by the way, crit Silas is such a good time, man. That's so fun. Most fun I've had playing the game in a minute. And I hope they have more stuff like that. We haven't had anything that's been properly like broken in that specific way in a long time, I feel like. Like, obviously there's stuff that's like, oh, Mel was really broken on release and Bessa, but like those champions, they beat you through attrition. They don't beat you by just like running at you and one tapping you some bullshit, you know? And I think that's a lot more fun, something like Crit Silas was, than those champions. Even though they were like arguably equally broken, and Crit Silas was even potentially more broken. I think unironically Crit Silas is more fun to play versus and with and as. Alright. Last but not least, I'm just gonna touch real quick on the Pentalist drama. And maybe a little bit on smurfing, I'll see. The video's kind of already running on a little, so I'll just try and make this quick. Pentalist got banned recently for like 30 days or something like that, which unfortunate, you know, of course he is a small streamer. He does some YouTube as well, and to him it is probably some money, it is some income. I don't know his finances, but like I'm sure it's some income, and it's unfortunate that someone's source of income gets cut off a little bit because of that. And to be honest, I don't really have a problem with him getting banned. My main problem is that it's just him. I think they should ban every single streamer who does it. Like every single streamer who has got a botted account or has in some way broken the TOS should be banned for 30 days right now. Like genuinely. Like snap your finger, Drew Levin, press your big red button at your office that says ban them all and ban them all. You know, every single one of them. Like double lift, freaking double lift Tyler 1, even Baus probably has accounts spotted. Like all these big streamers, like all of them should be banned from playing League for 30 days, or at least for like a week or so, you know. And I think like my problem with it isn't that it's Pentalist, isn't that Pentalist got banned, it's that only Pentalist got banned. So with that said, I don't think they're gonna do that. It'd be pretty dumb for them to ban them all for any period longer than a day or two, right? So I think what they should do is they should probably just unban Pentalist, honestly. Unban him, say as a warning, we're banning every single botted account past like September 15th or something, just set a date, we're banning every botted account past that point. And then, you know, like after this point, not even like the ones created, like obviously they're banning every botted account. So all the ones in the past as well, they'll ban all those accounts that were botted. Speaking of which, so that, you know, that's what I think, honestly. It's like, they should either A, ban everyone, or B, unban Pentalist, say it's a warning, let it off as a warning, let them go with a warning, and just in the future be much more strict with their TOS and just ban people more regularly for breaking stuff, for doing like obvious abuse of TOS, and obviously obviously smurfing or buying accounts, obviously, and stuff like this should be banned, much more bannable, much more frequently. All right, and last little thing. A lot of people are saying like, oh, Pentalist, his account, it's impossible that he's 40-0 in Iron. And I think this would be true, yeah. But to be fair, I think the thing is his account, what's fishy is that he had such low MMR. But to be honest, even if his MMR was perfect, starting from Iron 4 to Plat, like if you're getting 40 LP a game, 40 games is what, 640 LP? No, sorry, I'm freaking retarded. 40 times 40. 1600 LP. This is the equivalent. If every rank is 400 LP, this is 4 ranks, right? So from Iron 4, that's Iron 4 to Bronze 4, that's 400. Bronze 4 to Silver 4 is another 400, that's 800. Silver 4 to Gold 4 is another 400, that's 1200. And Gold 4 to Plat 4 is another 400, that is 1600. I'm pretty sure the LP gains for below Emerald are capped at 40. Like capped at 40 per. They might be higher, they might be capped at like 50, but I'm pretty sure you can only get 40 per. So even if his MMR is perfect, I think winning 40 in a row and still being in Plat is actually very reasonable. And also, like, his account was pretty obviously hand leveled. I'm gonna be honest, like, there's no reason to suspect he didn't. Maybe he did pay someone. Either way, it's not provable, so it doesn't really, like, no point, you know, discussing about that. But with that said, I think obviously what he did was in bad taste, saying, like, basically bragging about having a 40-0 account. But with that said, yeah, I don't think he should have been banned, to be honest. His account's pretty obviously not botted. or anything. I'm guessing they just found something else on one of his other accounts. And yeah, hopefully though, Riot either bans everyone or unbans Pentalist soon, because I mean it's unfortunate. Like, you know, it is a stream of revenue for him, and it's probably like, you know, it's not very fun to have something like that taken away, especially when it's just you and no one else is getting hit by this. Alright though, that'll be the video. Check me out on twitch.tv/no3bit if you want to watch me live, and I've been streaming a bit more. I'll try stream more consistently. I'll try stream like once a day, probably more in the evening, like anywhere from like 6 to like 10 p.m., 6 to 12 MST. Yeah. Peace.